Hey guys, I'm Mark2 here with another video review, but this time we'll not be doing a full figure review, but instead we'll be reviewing these. They are option parts for the S.H.Figuarts Captain America Infinity War. Let's do it. So one of my biggest gripes when I got the Infinity War Captain America was the less than stellar job done by Bandai in capturing Chris Evans' likeness. Fortunately, some crafty third-party makers have come up with an accurate head sculpt. So they made this. It actually is a much more accurate likeness of Chris Evans. I'm not sure if this was originally sculpted or it's just a shrunk down version of the Hot Toys, but I'm real glad that they came up with an alternative to change this face into this. So this set didn't come only with the head and the neck. It also came with the forearms. Why? Because as you can see, the forearms of the S.H.Figuarts Captain America has a very light skin tone. As I mentioned in a previous review, the skin tone of Infinity War Captain America is much lighter than the Civil War or the Age of Ultron Captain America. So in order to make this work, we have to also swap out the forearms. So this set came with the head and the neck and two forearms. So they didn't came with the ball joints for the neck, so we have to use what's on the figure and install it. So it's fairly easy to install, as I will show you in a little while. So to install the parts, you simply need to remove the head and the arms from the Infinity War figure. So you don't need to blow dry or heat up the forearms in order to remove them, as they're fairly easy to remove. Same goes with the head. However, the ball joint is really tough to remove, as is the pegs for the wrist. As you can see, they are very small and probably very fragile. So you need to heat this up in order to remove them from the forearms as well as the neck. So I'll be using a blow dryer and heat it up and remove it. So I'll be back and I'll show you after I remove all these parts.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so we removed the parts. So one advice that I would want to give everyone when doing this is to take note of the parts where you remove the pieces and make sure that they are paired up properly. Also, this ball joint, actually the ball joint from the neck, which we'll use for the custom parts was fairly easy to remove. So after I heated it up, I pulled it with a long nose plier and wrapped it in a cloth and a long nose plier, and I was able to pull it out fairly easily. But the problem was this joint. So it took me much tougher time to remove the neck from the body. One thing that I would want to stress out is that be patient, because there's a risk that you might break your existing parts, especially when removing the wrist peg from the forearms. As you can see, it's very tiny and it has such a long peg inserted into the hand, which made it really difficult. So instead of using blow dryer, I would very much recommend the hot water technique, and if possible, don't use tools when pulling this out. Instead, use your fingernails, as they are quite delicate. So those are the parts that we remove, and I'll show you how to assemble them. So for all of you out there who are wondering if you can just use your existing Captain Americas like the Civil War, instead of buying the Infinity War Captain America and use the custom parts on them, well, here they are. So I tried to pull out the arms of the Civil War Captain America, and it proved to be much more thicker on the peg. So you won't be able to readily insert the custom parts on the Civil War Captain America without enlarging the hole with a drill. And in that case, you risk damaging the custom parts. So I suggest that you just buy the Infinity War Captain America and install the parts on it instead of using other figures. Assembling the head is fairly easy, as the custom parts have softer parts than the original ones. So simply insert the ball joint on the neck like so, and insert the neck on the ball joint on the body. So there you have it. It's fairly easy. And then install the head. Okay, so there it is, folks. It's looking good right now. For the arms, it's another story, since the arms here, I'm not sure if it readily fits. So we'll try inserting it without heating it up. Oh, it's a bit hard, so I guess we need to heat this up. So we'll be back and I'll show you the finished installed parts on the Infinity War Captain America. So finally, we finished the installation of the custom parts for the S.H.Figuarts Infinity War Captain America, and look how much better he looks right now compared to the original version. One thing to note here is that since he didn't come with hands, the hands look a little pale looking as compared to the forearms. And also the head seems to pop off easily, but that can be easily remedied with some blue tack. So just put a little blue tack and then you're on your way to having a new and improved Captain America Infinity War version. So that's it for my video review of the custom Captain America head and forearms for Captain America. And final thoughts on this set was I'm really glad that they released this set, and I hope that Bandai would step up their game and make head sculpts like this. Actually, I feel like I have a mini Hot Toys in my hands right now. It's that great. So is this set worth it? Worth every penny that you would spend on it. So again, this is Mark II, hoping that this video review helped you. And if you'd like to comment on this video review, please feel free to comment on the comment section below. Please do like and subscribe, as it will greatly help my channel. And if you want more video reviews like this one, please do tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, this is Amuro Mark II of Amuro's Toy Workshop saying goodbye and good night. Thanks for viewing my video. Before we go into the installation, some of you might ask, why do I need to replace the neck? Why not just use the existing parts and just replace the head? Well, as you can see, there's really a big difference between the skin tones of the custom part and the Infinity War figure. If you just merely placed it on the head, it's not really that obvious in video, but trust me, it's really obvious in real life. So again, you need to remove the existing parts and install the new parts for this Infinity War version.